We start out with no views. Why we struggle with YouTube. Are you struggling being a new YouTuber just like I am? Is it difficult to do YouTube? Is it possible to make this work? These are the questions that I'm asking myself, and you're probably asking yourself as well. Let's go into the office, guys, and let's have a look at why we struggle with YouTube and why the reality of YouTube is it's not easy. And what makes it difficult for a new YouTuber like us? What really makes it difficult? Well, we start out with no views. We've got no views, and you work so hard on your videos and you put them out there, and you probably think it's the best piece of art you've ever made, and it gets out there and nobody watches it, nobody likes it, nobody bothers with it, and you think to yourself, well, how is that possible? Why is that happening? Well, yeah, when I look at it, YouTube's got a sort of limited amount of real estate available on the front page for its YouTubers, and it's going to put your video out to people when they trust you. When they know that you're uploading on a consistent basis, they know your videos are good, and they know people want to watch them. And that's the only way that your video is going to get out there and get shown to people. So in other words, you've got to make really good videos. The trouble is, when you're a new YouTuber, you don't make good videos. Your videos are literally pretty crap. I mean, I know mine were at the beginning, and probably still got a long way to go before I get to that point where my videos are great. So I look at it as you're not going to get views in the start, and it can be it can make you quite despondent trying to get there, or trying to get that one step further and get up to the next level, because it's a big, long, steep learning curve. I mean, the other thing we don't have equipment like the other YouTubers. I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to go rushing out there and spend an absolute fortune on the most expensive cameras, the most expensive sound equipment, the most expensive lighting equipment, and then it's only to find that this isn't for you, it doesn't work, nobody's interested in your channel, or whatever the case. So
watch out for our Casual Unlimited collection at 23 Merchandise. We supply a range of fashionable clothing made to fit all. Simply look for the merchandise link in the description to order your favorite product today. This is a product from Logical Trading and 23 Merchandise.
We tend to start out with the cheapest equipment possible, most likely the cell phone or something to that effect. The sound, you work with what you've got, and you try and get into the market that way. Now, you're competing against YouTubers out there that have done well, that have got the views, and now have gone invested in the most expensive studios and equipment and all the rest of it. They're that one step ahead of where we are when it comes to that scenario. Not to mention, on top of that, they've got all the social proof. They've been there, done that. When somebody goes onto the front page and they look at two videos with a similar heading or a similar thumbnail, and the one's got 1 million views and the other one's got 20 views, which one do you think the person's going to click on? Just put yourself in their shoes. Clearly, you're going to look at it and think, well, that has got 1 million views. Clearly, that's a better video. Not necessarily, but it just would appear that way. And you would think that's most likely the obvious. You look at it and think, well, that's the most obvious answer. That guy's got more views. He must do a better job than the guy with 20 views. And maybe the guy with 20 views has just started and he's really good, and he's an artist and a really good movie maker. Who knows? Maybe he's got a great idea. But because the ideas are similar and that's got more views, you tend to go with that type of video. So when I look at this, maybe that guy has just got better video editing skills. For example, you and I start out editing. I know the first videos I edited were very poorly edited, and then I learned how to edit, and then the editing takes all day. You're like, wait a minute, and then you learn all the shortcuts and you learn your way in there, and slowly but surely you improve with your editing. And as you get along, you get better and better and better at the editing. The other thing is, those pros have probably paid fortunes for the best editing programs on earth, where you're probably still working on a free editor or a cheaper editor, and maybe your editing just isn't as good as theirs. And you've got a steep learning curve with editing, because what we find in YouTube is we've got so much to learn. We've got to learn how to sit behind the camera, which is the only thing you think you got to do, but no, you got to do editing, you got to do marketing, you got to do social, there's so many different things to do. Lighting, sound, everything. You've got to really become a multi-talented person to do this YouTubing thing. We're at a disadvantage. We're at the more difficult part of our stage of our careers, let's put it that way. I intend to make this successful. I intend to get there. My logical trading channel is doing okay. It's picking up and it's growing. It has sort of slowed up lately with the subscribers and that, but I think it'll still get there. It's still a good channel. I'm pretty sure it hasn't hit its ceiling and it will find its way. The 23 channel, it did get better. It has slowed again. I'm trying to make it a controversial channel and it should be interesting. And this channel is all about the YouTube journey. The YouTube journey for an old man. You guys that have been here from the start will know that it's just an interesting channel just to see where we come out. So whether this channel succeeds or not is not as important to me as the other ones. This one, I want it to have subscribers. I want it to succeed, but I want it to be a good creation, a good community of YouTubers where we can all figure out together what on earth is going on and what makes a successful YouTube channel. What actually makes it better? What do we need to do to get onto that level or to get onto that next level? It's a learning curve and we're all going to learn together. But if we can help each other, because we all find out different things. You know, if there's 10 of us will find out 10 different things. And if we can tell each other what those things are, we're 10 times faster than what we would have been if we were doing it all alone. Because you've got 10 things that have, another 9 things that have come into you that you wouldn't have known for the next, I don't know how many weeks. I'm only putting one video per week out on this channel, so I'm not expecting that much of it. Whereas my logical trading channel gets 3 videos per week. It probably should get 5, but it gets 3. And I'm hoping that it'll grow a lot faster than this one. So guys, that's my thing for today. That's my thing for this week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to watch the last videos. And thanks, cheers, and ciao, goodbye.